So I'm a DJ, producer, events promoter and label owner. I release music as Jordan Nocturne. I run the Night Institute with Timmy Stewart in Belfast. It started out as a weekly party for the best part of 3 years. Very resident focused, local artist focused. What we try to do is we populate interesting spaces like working men's clubs and car parks, and we still try to bring that community together, if not on a weekly basis. So the label actually started out as a series of late night events in Belfast, a lot of arty locations, art galleries, Chinese restaurants. It was a bit illicit and a lot of fun. And during lockdown, as we couldn't run events, I wanted to engage the community of people who've been previously coming to the parties over the years and the artists that we'd maybe booked in the past. So I started releasing a lot more regularly in Nocturne, a focus on Belfast artists, but not exclusively. We have artists from New York, from Romania, from Brighton, so yeah, it's now become a bit of a growing family. I think the music that is released on the label is quite distinctive of the city. There's a lot of sort of electronic sounds there, a bit of slower industrial left of centre music there. It's just got a lot of character, and I think it's definitely influenced by my time growing up in Belfast. Well, there's a story that's always been passed down through generations that electronic music and dance and the rave scene brought both Catholic and Protestants together in the Troubles. So there's definitely a legacy there that, as cliche as it might be, it's been a constant over the years. It might not be something that we want to dwell on now, but it's definitely not a solely youth culture focused movement. It's crucial. With a small city, scenes are what brings people together. I think community is so important. We know people that are on the dance floor of most of our events. We know people who have started relationships on the dance floor of the gigs. I've had women in their 40s say to us that it's one of the few places that they feel comfortable. So I think that community feel is really, really important. Collaborating between people of different disciplines and different backgrounds is really, really important. Our designer is from Romania. She does all the design of the label, and I think being able to have that global connection from here in Belfast without leaving the city is really cool. It shows the power of the internet. As somebody that's involved in music, and me in particular, try to think outside the box. How do I keep being creative? How do I keep speaking to people? How do we keep the wheels in motion? We know people have used technology for streams and reaching people in their living rooms, and as much as I'm excited for in-person community events to come back, it's good that we now have that hybrid option if we do need it. I think Belfast as a city is becoming a lot more progressive in a good way. For example, I run events in the east of the city, a traditionally loyalist area where friends of mine are now running queer parties, which is fantastic to see. Venues in the city centre as well, becoming a lot more open-minded, and I just think the city is on an upward trajectory.